Hi, I'm Julie Hanks, LCSW. Is your style of parenting stressing you out? There's new research that shows intense mothering is bad for mom's mental health. So all of you moms, listen up. Intense mothering was defined in this new research. It's published in the Journal of Child and Family Studies by 5 beliefs. That mothers are more important than fathers. Essentialism is what it's called. The second is fulfillment, which is basically that mother's happiness should come primarily from her children. Third is stimulation. Good mothers should be constantly providing stimulation to their child. Fourth, challenging. Parenting is one of the most difficult jobs. And 5 is child-centered, that your child's needs should always come before your own. So those are the 5 characteristics of intense mothering. And all of those are associated with negative mental health for moms, which when I read this, I thought it's interesting because these are actually how a lot of women and men define what a good mother is. She puts the kids' needs first. She looks to them for happiness. She's the most important person. And parenting is difficult. So it's not whether these are true or not, but the degree to which a mother believes them negatively impacts mental health. I think that's really fascinating. So just a few tips to kind of balance that out. With the essentialism and mom is the most important. Remember that it does take a village. Dad is really important. Grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, neighbors, your community matters to your child too. So I think for moms, having that pressure that you are so important actually stresses them out, even though, it is true, they are important. Kind of a tip to balance out the fulfillment, that a mother's happiness should come primarily from her children. Find delight and pleasure in activities outside of your child's life, and also don't neglect your adult relationships. It puts a lot of pressure on your child if they are supposed to provide you with joy and fulfillment in your life. That's too much pressure on them. And then number 3, stimulation. A tip to balance that out is remember that throughout history, most kids survived without flashcards and DVDs and field trips every day. Kids fit into adult world and they worked next to their parents. So instead of feeling like you need to constantly be doing things to provide stimulation to your child, have them be involved in the activities that you're doing. Talk to them while you're maybe doing housework, or take them to work if it's appropriate occasionally, and show them what you're doing. The world will stimulate your child, and they also need downtime. They need unstructured playtime. So take some pressure off. You don't have to be constantly planning stimulating activities. The 4th, parenting is one of the most challenging jobs. So that belief was actually had the most negative effect on mom's mental health. I wonder if it's because of the self-fulfilling prophecy that when we believe something is hard and painful, that it actually, we experience it and feel it as more burdensome. So to balance that out, remember that there are perks of being a mom. Maybe a more flexibility. You get to see the joy of a child's developmental steps. First smile, first taking a first step, turning over. That those are joys. And remember to, in addition to knowing that it is challenging, focus on the perks too. And lastly, that child-centered belief that a child's needs should always come before your own. You're a person too, mom. And it's okay for you to carve out time every week to do something that you enjoy and that takes care of you. If you neglect yourself over time, you're not going to be a good mom to your child, because you will be burned out and stressed out, and that's not good for anyone in your family, including you. I'm Julie Hanks, LCSW. Visit my website, juliehanks.com, for more tips and mental health and relationship advice.